First-time home buyers are feeling the squeeze of the market as mortgage rates and home prices continue to rise. And new data out this morning from the Commerce Department shows many buyers are likely being priced out. New home sales unexpectedly dipped 2% in February, declining for a second straight month. That's a drop of 6.4% year over year. The average sales price for a new home sold in February was $511,000. Mortgage rates began their surge last month and continue to rise following last week's Fed rate hike. With more on the impact of this hot housing market, let's bring in Yahoo Finance contributor Vera Gibbons. Vera, nice to see you. As a real estate agent myself, the market is just bonkers. People can't buy, they can't rent. Where are they living?
You can't do anything, right? It's like, so you have a lot of people who are in a holding pattern now, and I spoke to a lot of them for this piece for Yahoo Finance. They're living with friends, they're moving out back with family, they're taking on 2 or 3 roommates. They're finding alternative living solutions in the interim so that they can actually bide their time. Can't afford to rent, can't afford to buy. Some people I spoke to who actually have the flexibility of working from anywhere are actually going a different route. They're going the Airbnb route. They're trying out different cities, or they're using sites like Furnished Finder where they're bouncing around trying to figure out what's the best course of action for them. What's the next move? They don't know.
You also discovered some unusual types of living arrangements. Tell us about those.
Yeah, I spoke to one broker down here, Dave, who is in the Palm Beach market, which is a super hot market. And he was telling me that he actually knows of divorced couples or divorcing couples who are currently living under the same roof at opposite ends of the house because they cannot actually find another house for that soon-to-be ex. It's that challenging, particularly in a market like this. That same broker who sells real estate down here and is trying to find creative solutions for his various clients told me that he recently moved back in with his 92-year-old mother. He can't afford to rent. He can't afford to buy. He's not in a position to do either. She needed his help. He willingly moved in. He's now thinking, oh, well, down the line, I might buy something in Jupiter. But for now, he's sort of at a standstill, like a lot of other Americans, not sure what to do.
Living with your 92-year-old mom or your ex. I'm not sure which I'd rather go about. Neither sound all that appetizing. So any relief in sight for potential home buyers?
You know, not really. It's funny because at the beginning of the year, they're like, oh, this is the year that the housing market is going to level out. It's going to be a more normal market. The frenzy continues well into 2022. Some of the experts I've spoke to are actually forecasting. And if you look at forecast estimates or estimates from Fannie Mae and Zillow, they've actually changed their home price appreciation, their valuations for what's going to happen in 2022. Initially, they were thinking, oh, we're going to see price growth by the single digit. And now they're looking back at the double digits. So it's going to be a very competitive and very busy, very uber hot spring buying season. As for rents, same situation there. A lot of people say, oh, are rents ever going to come down? The short answer is actually probably not, because a lot of the economic fundamentals that existed in 2021, which pushed those rents up to sky high levels, continue to be in place today. So you've got demand's ridiculous, supply is limited. You have some new construction coming online, but that's sort of at the upper echelon. So it's going to be a very, very challenging market for buyers and renters alike. You're going to see the bidding wars. You're going to see crazy prices, and you're going to see a lot of mayhem that is almost sort of like, as one analyst from Zumper actually told me, it's sort of the new norm now. We have seen rents rise almost every single month since February of 2021.
It's devastating. You've got cash offers above list, 20, 30%. There was one analyst I'm reading about now says home sales may drop 25% by the end of summer. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't buy that. Most of the analysts I talked to are expecting a red hot buying season this spring and beyond, well into 2022 and perhaps into 2023 before we see some leveling off. The thing with the first time buyers, Dave, is that a lot of these young people actually moved back with their parents during the pandemic. They saved a lot of money. They weren't making the student loan payments. So they actually are in a pretty good position. They have very good jobs, a very strong labor market out there. So they're ready to go. Rising mortgage rates is not scaring this group of millennials at all. The young buyer wants to get in on the action and they want to sort of buy now.
Very interesting stuff. Great story. Vera Gibbons, Yahoo Finance contributor. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate it. Nice to see you.
You too.